Hey everybody and happy Monday. Let's do a mic check real quick. Y'all know how I do. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay. Welcome in nature, Black Orchid. Um I'm gonna call you JT because I can't decipher it right now. Latosha, cheeky clean today. Welcome in everybody. Keisha, welcome in. Before we get started with Blueface, I was a little late because somebody sent me something. But y'all know if I report something wrong, it's my duty to go back and correct it. So I posted this on Twitter and I said somebody sent me this to me because they did. The story that was told to me was that a certain content creator posted the like basically redacted, like everything was blurred out. And there was some AI things done to it to refurbish it. So like on Twitter, I said I refurbished like it was refurbished or whatever. Hold on, let me read exactly what I said actually. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I didn't take a screenshot of my actual post. But I said something along the lines of it was refurbished slash unredacted or something like that. Um, Supposedly this isn't correct. I was thinking when I was looking at it, the reason it looked like that was basically just because it was unredacted pretty much. Um, and then hold on, actually. Mm-mm. Yeah. So that's why I was thinking that it looked like that. I didn't think it was the official paperwork and I wasn't expecting it to look I wasn't expecting it to look like the official paperwork. Um, but yeah. But if you don't know, Korshawn became a CI back in 2019. I didn't know that this was already floating around. Like people were sending this to different content creators. This was the first time I had seen it was when it got to me. So I apologize for that. It has been removed from my Twitter. But yeah, y'all know she's a CI. It's okay. Anyway, moving on. The reason y'all have all gathered here today, Blueface's PDF allegations. We're gonna start with Blueface's antics last night. Before I get started though, I just seen Cass come in. Cass, I have a on Twitter, we talked about that certain content creator, and you don't have to put their name in the chat, but we talked about that certain content creator and you were over in their space and they were kind of rude to you. It was a male. So I had to go watch one of his videos to do this one. I was going to clip something from him and I was disgusted. I don't know how you were doing it, girl. Um I will say no wonder he is a huge fan of Blueface. Because I couldn't stay in there at all. Even for the clip, I just couldn't do it. So we'll have to do this video without the clip. I don't know how you are doing it though. You're a strong one. Um but yeah, let's go let's go ahead and get to Blueface's antics in the wee hours of the night. So last night Blueface exposed Kai Ban's alleged paperwork or whatever. Um Here, let me play this clip really quick.
Hoe ass nigga Blueface, tell his cornball ass nigga we got 100,000 if he can show us right now of a nigga who Kai snitched on. We got 100. Nigga, it should be a video out. It should be some real paperwork, not no edit AI shit. Nigga, we not going for that, nigga, over no tender ass nigga who worried about the bitches. Nigga, you supposed to be player. You Blueface, nigga. Feel me? Nigga, we independent, nigga. No labels behind us, no help, no nothing. Nigga, fuck is you talking about, nigga? Ain't no little nothing going on. We so little why these bitches come fuck with the paid niggas. Feel me? I'm in fat shit right now. 60 ball around my wrist, another 40 around my neck. Fuck is you niggas talking about, nigga? This from management, nigga. Forever paid beast, nigga. You feel me? Tag this whole ass nigga and tell him, nigga, show us right now.
So that was, I believe that's Kai Ban's manager. That was that was talking. So the paperwork. So as y'all can see, maybe hold on, let me take this banner off so y'all can see the bottom of this. So Blueface's tweet said, "Send me my $100,000 Zelle, Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, however you got it. I don't care about no female entanglement. A rat is a rat." So here is what I just zoomed in on it. I'm not going to read all this, but you guys can pause if y'all want to see it or take a screenshot. But this is what Blueface posted. And essentially, this is talking about a stolen iPhone back in 2017. So Kai Bans is 26 years old. So 2017 was almost 10 years ago, right? So he would have been probably 16, 17, depending on when his birthday is. And this is the alleged paperwork that Blueface produced. Um, I don't I don't know what he thought he was doing with this. I don't know if he thought nobody was gonna read it or what. Um, I don't know if that's why he put a rat is a rat in his tweet, just to say, like, no matter what the situation is, if um you told I don't know what he was what his whole goal with was with this, because it's literally just a stolen iPhone. Um and then
This whole
on
ass
this
nigga
post, right?
Blueface.
It said some people were saying that the paperwork is fake. And it might be. I don't whether it's fake or real, I don't know what Blueface thought what he was doing with paperwork about a stolen iPhone. But, you know, Blueface. So anyway, where are we at? Here's Blue's tweets. I am the truth. If I said it, it happened. I guess DHS is dead homies. It should be Homeland Security though, at this point. You know, DHS is the abbreviation for Homeland Security. It should be Homeland Security at this point. Because Blueface is just running around for the past 4 or 5 days and has been an absolute menace wherever he goes. And then he said, "Why would I do more if she gonna settle for less?" And we might go back and possibly uh do like a reaction to Carlissa's live the other day, because I did a video on it, right? But I went back and watched like half the live. That's all I could get through. Y'all know I'm no fan of Carlissa either. But she was dropping a few things in there, if you could pick up what she was putting down, and it sounded like Blue went through all that shit in prison, and I don't know if Carlissa was lying or not. I don't feel like she was telling the truth, but I don't know. But at one point it sounded like she was saying that when Blue got out of prison, he had plans to just finally settle down and marry Jaden, but then he found out that Jaden had slept with Bravo. And so then all those plans were off, and he comes out and gets with Nevaeh and creates a new family. The only reason why I'm putting stock into that, because Carlissa said it, is because for me, right, we've talked about before with Blueface and Nevaeh that it seems like he's just doing a repeat of Krishan, basically, right? But at the same time, I can't help but feeling like it's like some get back for Jaden or something. because Jaden is obviously pressed by Nevaeh. That's why she's always sitting in that room talking about her, unprovoked some days too. Um, I can't help but feeling like that now though. That part of the reason he's gone so far with Nevaeh and moved her in and taking care of her and all this shit, he just wants to rub it in Jaden's face basically. I don't know. We'll leave that there for now though. We might come back to it. Um and then let's get to Kai real quick. Let's get to Kai's story. Um, y'all know everybody has been saying that Jaden and Kai are in an official relationship, and I don't believe they are. I believe it's a publicity stunt. But Kai posted this on his story and it said, and it's quoting Moneybagg Yo's song or whatever, but the part that he focused in on was she mad at you, so she come fuck me for get back. I don't know if he's talking about Jaden and Bravo or if he's talking about him and Jaden. I don't know. Or he could be talking about Ashley and Blueface. I don't know. Cause y'all know Kai Bands is linked in with Ashley too. So as usual, everybody's fucking everybody. But I don't know who he's talking about there. But then in this one, it says tender ass, capping ass nigga, play with your weak ass bitch, don't play with me. Blueface, you burn out, bro. Give it up. I'm really having my way with this shit. And people are confused because they don't know if they don't know if Kai Bands is talking about Nevaeh or if he's talking about Jaden. You know what I mean? They don't know if he's talking about Nevaeh or he's talking about Jaden. Like I said, I don't think the shit with Jaden is real. I think it's just a publicity stunt. And I think y'all are turning it into yes, Homeland Security. I think y'all are turning it into a relationship when it's not. Because mind you, Bino did the same thing with Krishan. Figgy did the same thing with Krishan. K Suave did the same thing with her. Faking a relationship or a talking stage within the circus is nothing new at all. At all. Because some people were even saying that that was the case with I think her name was Jocelyn Buki and Jaden. Y'all remember the stud that Jaden was dating when Blueface first went to jail? It was said that that was a publicity thing too. And it might have started out as a publicity thing and then turned into something real because I remember they had a little toxic relationship drama too. And the reason Buki stopped messing with Jaden was because Jaden was having phone sex with Blueface while he was locked up and she wasn't feeling it. Anyway, I think that's it for Blue's bullshit last night. Hold on just a second. So, it wasn't last night. I think it was the night before last. There was something that came up in Blueface's comments on one of his posts. And this was after Blueface had exposed Jaden. But this was spammed in Blueface's chat like a million times. I don't know the exact number, but I know like once you really scroll down in the comments, it's spammed a lot of times, like a lot of times. And it says, Porter, given your tendency to expose, please disclose details regarding this child in 2018 and explain why an informant was sent to you. This child is now 15 years old, voice for the voiceless. If you're new over here, we've talked about Blueface's PDF allegations before. I didn't go back and get like every single clip from that video. So I'm gonna play a few videos, and this is just kind of I'll probably come back up after each one. But these are just a few of the videos or a few of the clips that I used in that video. Yeah, let's just get into the clips. So this first one that I'm gonna play is really nothing to it. It's just basically it's to show you how Krishan used to walk around Blueface's house all the time when BGC first started.
This is out of hand at this point. Krishan took Blueface's phone and tried to go into the bathroom, and he busted that door down. He posted the aftermath on his stories. Here's the bathroom door split in half on the ground, and he pulled her.
Y'all, was I muted again? Fuck, what's the last thing y'all heard? My bad. My bad. Y'all know I be having trouble sometimes. Where was the last place y'all heard me at? Just after the young kid. Damn, I was mute all that time. Oh my god. I swear I'm gonna do better, y'all. Oh, the pacifier clip? Oh, okay. So I wasn't that far behind. So, the pacifier, let me go back. So the first video. Okay. So when Krishan had this pacifier in her mouth, right? So this was a lot of people were thinking that Krishan was just special ed, pretty much. That's why she was walking around with the pacifier in her mouth. But it turns out that that was basically her playing into Blueface's fetish preference, whatever you want to call it. So the way my understanding of it is that Krishan was sent to Blueface, but he was not their intended target at the time. So basically, Blueface was the weakest link. Krishan, she played into his preference. She was able to get in, and then the bigger person that they were actually looking for was they were able to get them, basically, right? So I think that was everything I said. This next clip that I'm gonna play though, this is like I think this was back in 2022, 2023, something like that. But well, here, I'll just play it.
This is out of hand at this point. Krishan took Blueface's phone and tried to go into the bathroom, and he busted that door down. He posted the aftermath on his stories. Here's the bathroom door split in half on the ground, and he pulled her hair, and now she has a bald spot on the back of her head. She took to Twitter and said that bald spot ain't anything for real. Nobody heard about a patch of hair. It'll grow back. Blueface is the best person in the world. I really don't trust anyone but him. I'm sure by now.
So do y'all remember when this happened? So it was said when this happened that the reason Blueface busted down the door like that, y'all see the door in half in this picture? It was said that the reason he busted down the door like that was because he had gay porn in his phone. And it still has never been confirmed what was actually in his phone. However, as more allegations come out, I almost feel like it was actually CP in there, child porn. Because Krishan knows that Blueface likes men. You know, she be doing her thing with him too and satisfying his needs in that department. So I don't think, me personally, I don't think he broke down the door like that over gay porn. I just don't. And I might be wrong because, like I said, it's still never been confirmed what was in that phone that made him rip a whole door in half with his bare hands. But it had to be something serious in that phone. And we know it wasn't of him like cheating, quote cheating, or talking to another female or anything like that, because he was doing that out in the open all the time. So it had to be something serious for him to rip that door for him to rip that door apart like that. Where do we want to go next with it? Let me play this video of Krishan for y'all.
I took the dupont for Blue. I so look, excuse me, it's my baby daddy birthday.
There you go.
In 30 minutes in LA. I love you, baby daddy.
I like that. That's the mommy name.
I love you, baby daddy. His name is Jonathan. I can't wait till his dick reaches the back of my throat.
Huh?
Can't wait till
Let me play it again.
I took the tooth out for Blue. I should look it's my baby daddy birthday.
There you go.
In 30 minutes in LA. I love you, baby daddy.
I like that. That's it, mommy there.
I love you, baby daddy. His name is Jonathan. I can't wait till his dick reaches the back of my throat.
Huh?
Can't wait till
So y'all seen Krishan, y'all heard her. She said she took the tooth out for Blue. And there was a couple other clips. I couldn't fit them all on my board at the time, where Krishan talks about how she took her tooth out for Blue. I don't know if y'all remember this, but probably back like 2023 or so, something like that. Krishan went and got it was like a picture of Blue put on a fake tooth and she put it in. And Blue started going off about how ever since Krishan got a new tooth, she been acting different. She been smiling in niggas' faces, blah, blah, blah. So Krishan takes the tooth out again. So that's why Krishan walks around with a missing tooth, is because she wants to appeal to Blue too. The pacifier and the missing tooth are her playing into Blue's preference, whatever it is. Hold on, y'all. I just lost my train of thought. I think that was all I had to say about Krishan and her tooth, honestly. Because she knows what his preference is, of course. So that's why she takes the tooth out. And I think too, do y'all notice like around the time Krishan got pregnant, Blueface started like extra wilding out on her. And I understand like he didn't want to claim the baby for real because Krishan was a hoe too. However, I can't help but feel like all this time, like he's been looking at her like a little girl or whatever. And then when she got pregnant, it was like she became a woman or something. Like she wasn't a little girl anymore. And that's why he stopped messing with her for real. Because after she had Junior, and he might have just been turned off by the fact that she gave birth to a special needs child too. I don't know. I feel like it could be a mix of things. I don't really feel like it's just one solitary thing that made him be like ill and start going even harder on her basically. Um Now that we're done with Krishan, we're gonna get to a few of Blue's clips. Well, we're gonna play this clip from an interview first, and then we're gonna get into a few of Blue's streaming clips, and then that's gonna segue us into talking about how streaming was the worst thing for the circus. So here's this clip from one of Blue's interviews with, I'm pretty sure this was Vlad.
Screwed it in there, all the stuff. She pulled down rocks and gumballs and the shit fell right out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very rough, gang. Like, trust me, we tried to fix it. We gave her a denture. She lost the denture every time. They said we could screw one in there. That'll be permanent. That motherfucker fell out the second day. And then we just like, all right, man, like, honestly, I think it's adorable. I think you look like a little fifth grader or something, you know? She's a little rough.
So there's another clip going around right now, and it's from the same interview. And I want to say Blueface said something about he's seen Krishan as like a daughter to him or something like that. And then this clip is how he followed it up. I'm gonna play it again.
They screwed it in there, all the stuff. She pulled down rocks and gumballs and the shit fell right out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very rough, gang. Like, trust me, we tried to fix it. We gave her a denture. She lost the denture every time. They said we could screw one in there. That'll be permanent. That motherfucker fell out the second day. And then we just like, all right, man, like, honestly, I think it's adorable. I think you look like a little fifth grader or something, you know? She's a little rough.
So y'all heard Blue. He thought Krishan was adorable. He likes her with the missing tooth because she looks like a little fifth grader and she's adorable. I'm not sure why a grown ass man would want, you know, one of his hoes to be looking like an adorable little fifth grader with a missing tooth, unless he was a pedophile, you know? But it's stuff like this though. Like Blue says a lot of shit and people just sweep it under the rug. And it's almost like people, when it comes to like the PDF allegations or the gay allegations or anything like that, right? It's almost like people, they sweep it under the rug because they see him passing himself around between a million different women, and they think that that means he's not gay or he doesn't like kids or something, when in reality, the amount of women that Blueface sleeps with is very telling about what his actual desires are, because like I've said before up here, if you can't settle down with just one woman, even a man that's a hoe, right? Usually he has like one woman that he puts above everybody, puts her on a pedestal, something like that, right? Blueface doesn't have that. And it's definitely not Jaden either. I know a lot of people like to create the illusion or go along with the narrative that it's Jaden, and it's not. It's not Jaden either. Like these past few days should have told everybody that it's not Jaden either. I've been saying for the longest that Jaden is not special because Blueface treats her like shit, but he treats everybody like shit. That's why I say Jaden is no different. Um, but usually that, to me, that means that he cannot, like, nobody satisfies him. You know what I'm saying? Like Blueface has all these women and not a single one satisfies him. And it's almost like he has to work overtime to like make sure that he catches up with his whole rotation every day to every 2 days, something like that. Like that's all he's doing all day is running around dropping dick off. So you mean like you fucked twice yesterday, neither one of them satisfied you clearly because you're not even going back over to their house the next day. You're with another 2 or 3 women the next day. And Blueface is not really even like like a popular rapper anymore, right? You would expect that from somebody that's like really on the scene, they're really popular, stuff like that, right? Blueface, all he does now is like streaming events. Either he's at home in the bed with Nevaeh and Superior, or in the kitchen with Nevaeh and Superior, at King of Crabs, you know, stuff like that. But he always seems to find a new woman to have sex with. And that's all it is. I thoroughly believe all that extra running around, sticking his dick and everything is literally just because nobody satisfies him. No grown woman satisfies him because that's not what he wants. So, y'all see it in the, hold on, let me take myself down. Y'all see it in the the thumbnail. Y'all see the little pride flag down here? I think Blueface is honestly, I think Blueface's number 1 is men, and then I think it's children immediately after. Because Blueface has been saying a lot of gay shit too, but you know we've talked about the gay allegations over here before. We're not gonna get too deep into them today. Um, I'm gonna play these next few clips though, and all of this is from like recent streams that Blueface has done. Well, actually, I don't think I only have 2 up here. Yeah, I only have 2 up here. But I'm gonna play these and then I'll be back up.
Good. Where's my drink?
I had to put up something. Good morning, child.
Good. Where's my drink?
I had to put up something. Good morning, child.
I've been wiping you all these damn years.
Yeah. I was supposed to shit for 22 years, nigga. I ain't getting smart, nigga. Well, my son turned 18, nigga. I'm getting a prostitute, and we fucking her together, nigga. This bitch right.
I've been wiping you all these damn years.
Yeah. I was supposed to shit for 22 years, nigga. Alright, geez, bro. Alright, nigga. Well, my son turned 18, nigga. I'm getting a prostitute, and we fucking her together, nigga.
So y'all heard Blue, and y'all seen him. So this clip with Superior,
Good.
we talked about it before over here, but it's still strange to me how Blueface is always in the bed with this little boy. Like, a lot of Blue's clips from his stream take place in this bed, either with Nevaeh or most of the time Superior is in the bed with them too. And supposedly Superior sleeps in the bed with them. Um to me, when I see Superior like doing all the extra like humping and stuff like that, we already know because one of Nevaeh's exes, old niggas, whatever he was to her, has talked about how Nevaeh be bringing her son with her to her little dick appointments and stuff like that. However, I can't help but to think that Superior is in this bed with Blueface and Nevaeh, and they're fucking in the bed with him right there too. And I want to say that I really hope that Blueface hasn't done anything to this little boy, because I'm pretty sure what we've been watching like since they've moved in with him is Blueface grooming him. Like, I'm positive of it. The relationship between them, and I know some people are going to be like, "Oh, well, he's known Superior since he was a little boy." That doesn't matter. That's not his dad. It's not. And even if it was his dad, like some of the shit that we see Blueface doing with this little boy. Actually, hold on. Let me I'm gonna give y'all a commercial break and I'm gonna go get a clip for y'all. Cause I didn't really see too many people talking about this clip, but I'm pretty sure I still have it. I'm gonna go get it for y'all. Let me give y'all a little commercial break. Where do we want to go with it today, y'all? Mm, mm, Here, y'all watch y'all favorite clip. Oh.
All right, come on. Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on. You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you not
lawful?
looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
What is it? It's funny.
Okay.
All right. But
Say that again.
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying?
And I'm going to tell you another thing. You ain't the only one that out here with these disabled babies because of drug and alcohol use. I'm one of them. Yeah, you just going to be the face for it. So it depends on what kind of face you going to be for it, Krishan Rock. You going to grab this bull by the horn? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these bitches out here on SSI with these disabled babies because they did the same shit you did while they behind these computers running their motherfucking mouth talking about you. So, that boy gonna be just fine. You watch. It's gonna be like he didn't have a slow start. That's how God does things. That's why you in front of the public eye. Because God gonna show through you and through me and people like us that motherfucker God can do anything. So what? We was out there on drugs. So what? She was out there beating people down. So what? I chose her. She's mine. She belongs to me. So therefore, don't nobody give a fuck about Blueface. Don't nobody give a fuck about Hollywood. Don't nobody give a fuck.
Y'all didn't like the wig lady? That wig told it all. It did. That's why it's one of my favorite videos. I had to put it up here on the commercial reel for y'all. Her wig stale as fuck. Oh, let me get back to the content though. So this video, I think a lot of people missed this clip. I don't know, but I didn't see too many people talking about it.
I gotta create up. It's starting. I can raise him. Oh, here. It's a mess. What the? Oh, I gotta try again. Oh, what the? What? I'm stuck. Hey, you.
Yeah, smells good.
Yeah, my hair's a bucket.
Okay. Who did your hair?
Oh, mommy.
Oh, mommy did your hair?
Mm-hmm. You're black. You're black. Oh,
Did your hair pretty nice?
Yeah. My mom was my hair. Oh,
Did you cry?
No. I didn't cry.
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't cry. I was a baby.
You're not a baby?
Yeah. I didn't cry.
You a big boy?
Yeah.
Only babies cry when they get their hair done?
Yes. I said to you, get off me, you baby head. My hand. I drop.
So this clip, let me roll it back with no sound. But y'all see how Blueface is just laid up in the bed with him. He rubbing on Superior's feet, um, talking all softly in his ear. You see touching all over him. I think at one point he smelt his hair or something like that. Look, playing in his hair. And then this right here. This is how you be laid up in the bed with your nig. Interlocking hands and stuff like that, legs entangled, all that. This is not how a child should be laying down with a grown man. I don't give a damn if Blue been in Superior's life since Nevaeh was pregnant with him. This is not it at all. And it's just crazy to me how Blueface has so many streams where Superior is in the bed with him. Even if Nevaeh is in the bed too, Superior does not need to be in the bed with him. If he has his own room, he should be in his own room. There is another clip, and I just thought about this, but there is another clip where Superior is saying that he wants to go to his own room to go to sleep. And Blueface picks him up and he's like, no, you're coming in my room. If the little boy said he wanted to go to his room to go to sleep, his own room, why are you forcing him to get in the bed with you? Because to most parents that have kids living in the house, right, that's like music to their ears, especially if the kid is in the bed with them all the time or wants to sleep with them all the time or something like that. When they say they want to go to their own room, I've never heard of a parent be like, oh, no, you're coming to my room instead. What? For what? Let's keep rolling, though. Like this, I don't get how Nevaeh watches shit like this. Cause you know she has to watch the clips. Cause I think during this one, Nevaeh was in the shower. But you know she has to watch clips of stuff like this. And she just sweeps it under the rug. Some people were saying that, and I missed these, but some people were saying that Nevaeh had started like talking about good touch, bad touch with Superior or something like that. And I have seen where she's been more I guess vigilant, I would say, about like not having Superior jumping all over Blueface and stuff like that. Because he's always in between. Superior is always in between Blueface's legs. He'll be up under his shirt. Blueface always has to be holding him. There always has to be some kind of touch going on between this little boy and Blueface. And I've never seen Blueface act like this with not Superior, Journey or Javon. But for some reason, he's locked in on this little boy. Let me go to y'all clips real quick. Y'all comments, my bad. I don't think Superior's dad watches these streams. There's no way he could. There's no way like a father that actually cares about his child, like he sees all these clips and don't do nothing about it or be like, no, I'm coming to get my son. Cause I'm not a father, of course, but like, there's no way this will be cool with me. Even if I'm Nevaeh, there's no way that this will be cool with me at all. Superior would be banned from the bedroom, actually. I don't know why. Honestly, for some reason, Nevaeh feels like she has to stay with Blueface, I guess. And it's been confirmed that Nevaeh still has her own apartment in LA. I don't know why she won't go to it. I don't know why she feels like she has to live in a house with Blueface. Maybe she thinks it's more comfortable than her own apartment since it's a house, it's bigger. But I wouldn't want my kid in that house at all. I wouldn't even want to be in that house. Like we talked about over here before, how hard it is for Blue to sell his house or whatever, right? And as a mother, there's no way I would want me or my child in this house at all. Number one, the house is hot as hell. Like everybody has the address to this house. That's just off rip. Everybody has the address to it. And then all the different souls and everything else, all the dark, weird, evil energy that's gone on in this house, especially in this bed. There's no way I would have my kid in there. But for some reason, Nevaeh is extremely comfortable with it. And then you got this nigga running around acting like a pedophile with her child all the time. And she just act like she don't see it. I don't know if she's stacking up her allowance for something or what the deal is, but there's other ways Nevaeh can make money besides having to put her son in this situation. Because all it takes is one time. Because once again, she's in the shower right now. All it takes is her getting in the shower and Blue just basically can't take it no more and go do something to Superior. You know what I'm saying? And there's no guarantee that Superior would say anything to Nevaeh about it because Blue is groomed him. Blue is on the way to grooming him not to say anything to Nevaeh about it. So I don't know why she plays like this. Even when Nevaeh suggests he leaves, Blue always says no. I don't know what man wants to always sleep with the kids is not there. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Besides the fact that he likes children. There's no way I would voluntarily have a kid sleep in the bed. I don't even care if I don't plan on doing nothing with my husband. My kids aren't sleeping in the bed with us. Even when they were little, after a certain point, you got to go sleep in your own room. Like I don't need no extra bodies in here with me. After a certain point, it's doing too much. You don't need to be in the bed all the time. You don't. I get it, like if say Nevaeh is like just laying down watching TV or something like that, but Nevaeh should be in the middle and Superior should be on one side and then Blue can be over on another side. But in all that touching and holding and stuff like that, that doesn't need to go on. He gets out and comes into their bed if he wakes up. He was trying to stay in their bed more because he is all in adoration of Blue, but she's been trying to follow what people raise. I think she needs to try harder because I will say that I've seen a little bit of a decline in these type of streams where Superior is just in the bed with Blueface. I have. I'll say that. However, I don't feel like she needs to be in the house with Blueface at all. Because all he does is leave her in there all day like he did everybody else. Because that's the thing too. Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna take a break from the little from Blueface allegations for a second, right? Every woman that Blueface has gotten pregnant or allegedly gotten pregnant, except for Rela, they've just been in the house all the time. So like when people like Jaden or the Mucinex monster or their fans, whatever the case, when they start talking about how Nevaeh doesn't come out the house and blah blah blah, that's exactly how Jaden was at one point. We know Krishan, she wasn't exactly on the same page. She wanted to be jet to jet, city to city, looking crazy. That's how she wanted to be while she was pregnant. But there were periods where she would just be in the house all day too. It would only last a day or two, but still. And Jaden, up until I would say up until Blueface and Krishan officially broke up and Jaden moved back in with Blueface and Barbie happened and all that, Jaden used to be in the house all the time. That's why nobody was interested in Jaden back then because all she did was stay in the house. And I'm not knocking her for that because she's a mother. You know, she has a son, she had a young child to take care of and a baby to take care of. I can't really blame her for being in the house all the time. Just like when Nevaeh is pregnant and then she still has Superior. I don't know why Superior isn't in school yet because he's 4 years old. It's time. Um These bitches and they kids, bro. I can't. Like Superior running around with the iPad cussing like Journey all the time, but not in school. You know, Journey, we're not even gonna get into Journey today. Because supposedly she's been delivered from cussing. Have y'all noticed though that Journey hasn't been on camera as much lately? I told y'all Carlissa and Jaden and them, they seen all them comments saying Journey was on the spectrum and she had mental health problems and they made hashtag Mace it in regards to Pink Face and magically she was delivered from cussing. Imagine that. The exploitation backfired. But I'm gonna leave Pink Face alone. Cuz this ain't about her today. But yeah, I don't understand why Superior isn't in school. You know, running around all day in Nevaeh and Blueface's business. I don't I don't like it and I don't understand it. She definitely needs to get him in school and out of that house. And Nevaeh, of course, she could go out a little more than she does, but again too, she's pregnant. And I'm guessing she's still considered a high risk pregnancy. I know she said something about the doctor cleared her or something like that, so I don't know what's going on with it right now. But if she's still in that category, which I don't see why she wouldn't be, because usually when you're a high risk pregnancy, you're just a high risk pregnancy. That's even more of a reason for her to be at home resting, right? Um, yeah, we weren't having the kids all in the bed with us at all. After a certain point, it's like why, you know? I get like when they're babies or something like that, but a 4-year-old in the bed with you all the time. And once again, we never see this with Journey and Javon. Because Blueface be spending the night with Jaden all the time. But whenever they post it, like when Jaden and Blueface post that they're laid up together, you never see Javon and Journey in the bed with them. They might come into the room like once people have started to wake up, but they are never in the bed with them. Um, so I don't get why Superior is always in the bed with Blue and Nevaeh. Um, she is on the spectrum. We're not gonna get started on Pink Face today, cause you know they're gonna start acting up in the chat for real. They're gonna come out the back and get in the chat and start acting up. So we won't say too much about Pink Face. I haven't had to put Nino on the screen in a while, y'all. I don't think I haven't seen nobody. Let me do a quick scan, but I haven't seen anybody in the chat talking crazy. Um, I think she giving Blue access. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I think she giving Blue access to her son. I, you know, I think she is too. I think I try to give her not necessarily the full benefit of the doubt because like I've said a million times before, everybody in the circus, they're no better than each other. They're all on the same type of time. And for some reason with Nevaeh, is like I try to give her a little bit more grace in that department for some reason. Like she's still a fucked up individual, but at the same time, it seems like she and I think it's because it seems like she at least tries to kind of rein it in a little bit. Because like I said, these streams haven't been going on as much when they're laid up in the bed, and it seems like she's more adamant about Superior not touching Blueface. But at the same time, like I said, I don't understand why she's still in the house with him when clearly she notices these things too. And she sees people talking about him in the chat. So it's like I kind of sort of want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but then at the same time I can't. So I still think she is, but at the same time I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to confirm it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't trust none of these people. Um, but every once in a while I have a little sliver of grace to give them. Not much, but no, no, she's a smart little girl, just bad parenting. I agree with that too. I don't think Journey is necessarily on the spectrum. I think it's more so just the bad parenting. Um, I don't know if I talked about it over here or not, but like on X, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. How Journey will start throwing a tantrum, and there's been several times where she's not mic'd up and she starts throwing a tantrum, and either Blue or Jaden or somebody will put a mic on her so that everything she's saying can be picked up. I've seen Blue tell the cameraman to point the camera at her while she's throwing a tantrum. It's just very weird, and it's all exploitive. I, and like I said, Jaden ain't no better. People like to act like she's the best mother at best mother ever because she didn't smoke and drink with her kids while she was pregnant, which most people don't. Most people don't. So I don't know why she gets an award for that, especially not when she's a drunk sloppy mess all the time now. Um they say she's a good mom because she throws birthday parties for the kids and she cooks them dinner. Most moms do that. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not going above and beyond. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Um which I'm not hating on that either. That's great that she's taking care of her kids. However, just because she does what every mother is supposed to do for children, because these people cannot take care of themselves, that doesn't qualify you as being like the best mom ever. It really doesn't. Especially not when you're exposing your kids to bullshit and you're allowing other people to expose your kids to bullshit, especially their father. Because that's a part of being a parent too, is sometimes you have to protect your kids from the other parent. So what is Jaden doing? Because even like in the past few days, right? Y'all see how Jaden is not like going out her way to hold Blueface accountable. Instead, she's just online like hyping up the fact that she fucked Bravo. But she wouldn't even tell why Blueface was laid up in the bed with her or nothing. Like you know, I can't, I don't get down with how Jaden is handling this situation at all. Because to start off with, right, Carlissa told us that Jaden was crying when her tape got leaked. Sam called Carlissa all sad or whatever. And then Jaden confirms that she was crying too, right? And then all of a sudden, Jaden comes out and she's flexing a day later, actually, right? Because we know the day of, all Jaden posted was a link to her music video. And then the next day, she comes out popping it, acting like she's just so proud to be a hoe. And I genuinely think that Jaden sat in the comments and she was reviewing what everybody was saying and stuff like that. And instead of choosing to live in her truth and talk about how devastated she is and all that shit, Jaden changed her mind and made it like a moment of, oh, I did so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let the internet talk you into like basically acting more of a bop. I don't get that, and I have no respect for it at all, because at the end of the day she still has kids that not only are going to see the sex tape because Blueface put it out, but then they also have to get online and see you reacting to it like it doesn't matter. And how is Javon going to feel about that when he's completely embarrassed by both of y'all? Cuz he's not going to be cheering you on. He's not going to be like, "Oh, yeah, my mom was sucking dick so good." He's not going to do that. He's going to Javon is finna tear that whole damn house up, and Jaden too, and Blueface if he get his hands on him. And it might not be today, it might not be next week, nothing like that. It might be when he is grown, because this is something that's gonna, like, once he knows about this tape and he knows it's on the internet, his friends are talking to him about it or possibly bullying him for it, stuff like that, right? That's gonna stay with Javon for his whole life. It's not gonna be like something that's just like swept under the rug, like it's happening right now, and then it's going to be swept under the rug for life. That's not going to happen at all. um Welcome in everyone that just came in. As a man, Jaden did her thing. Who you been fucking? I didn't mean to word it like that, I'm sorry, but I guess she did. I don't know. I guess she did a little something on the head part. But that second video, Jaden was very stiff to me. She didn't do her thing. I don't think she did her thing on the second part. It looked like it hurt. Like, it looked like she had only had sex a few times before that or something. But I'm not a man, so I'll I'll take your word for it. Um Jaden's going to regret streaming all the drunk at some point in her life. Hopefully she catches it soon. Yeah, let's wrap Blueface up, because I don't want to have y'all in here all night. Sometimes we'll plan to do an hour live and somehow it turns into 4 hours and we just be in here talking. Um where are we at? Hold on. I think I got all the clips of Blueface out the way. Oh, I got one more. I got a picture to show y'all, right? I should have put this up at the beginning of the live. But somebody put this before too. She calls him daddy because he likes little girls. And now that he's been fucking and sucking in the pen, he probably likes little boys too. That's why she has a pacifier. And that's why Blue made a video post saying Journey is his number one girl. He did that because Krishan is in competition. And the reason I did this post, right, is because a lot of people, they go with the narrative that Krishan doesn't like Journey because, as Krishan likes to tell it, Blueface had a baby on her. And in all actuality, the reason Krishan doesn't like Journey is because that's his little girl. Y'all know how Krishan calls Blueface daddy. Journey is actually Blueface's little girl. That's actually daddy's little girl. And so Krishan has beef with a toddler and has had beef with said toddler since she was an unborn child, because that's his daughter. And she likes to feel like Krishan likes to feel like she's the most important part of Blueface's life. Never was she the most important part of Blueface's life. Never, not once. But in her mind, she was. So when Journey came along, that interrupted it, because he actually had his own little girl to focus on, which is some extremely sick shit. Extremely, extremely, extremely sick. And I know the members of the circus be out in the internet streets. Jaden, if you see this live, I hope that if you see this live or this post, hold on, this post on Twitter or anything else, I hope that you're really taking seriously. How about for a minute, Jaden? I want Jaden to stop worrying about the streaming for a minute. I want her to put the bottle down for a minute. I want her to stop with this bullshit ass publicity stunt with Kai Bands for a minute. And I want her to focus on her children. Like, just make like a 60-day run out of just focusing solely on her children. Get off the internet, stop drinking, all that. Just focus on your kids. And I hope that you come up with a plan to get your kids away from Blueface. If you're watching this, Jaden. Because I don't, like I said, nobody in the circus is above each other. They're all on the same bullshit. That's why they all run in the same circle, basically, because they're all on the same type of time. I pray that Jaden doesn't know about Blueface's preference, fetish, whatever you want to call it. I hope that she doesn't know about it, but I hope that she finds out about it and that she takes the proper steps. Because right now, it looks like Jaden just does anything to protect Blueface. We talked about before how every time somebody else from outside the circus speaks on Blueface, Jaden basically makes it her business to defend him. We've talked about that before. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Because Blueface is literally the male version of Krishan. He is. That's why I give y'all this little commercial break. If y'all are new here and y'all don't know, this is why we play this video.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again. Okay.
Give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully?
What the fuck?
I wasn't gonna play the whole thing. I just had to wait till she acted like her breath was taken away. Y'all know that's my favorite part. But the reason that's the commercial break over here is because Blue and Krishan are literally the same person. They are. And I hope, like I said, I hope Jaden gets this information and she actually does what she's supposed to do with it. Because there's no way, just like children don't need to be around Krishan, they don't need to be around Blueface either. Because true enough, I will say this, Krishan, in a way, I feel like she's worse than Blueface because Krishan has no regard for human safety or human life at all. However, Blueface, he's more of a person that likes to charm people. So he's not gonna let like a kid. I don't think Blueface would let like he wouldn't be extremely careless with the kid. I'll say that, but he would still hurt a child. Krishan would not only hurt a child, but she's extremely careless with children. I guess I shouldn't say Blueface is not necessarily careless. I'll say I don't think Blueface would let a child just straight up like say he's at the park with his kids or something like that, right? And they're playing on the park equipment. If he sees that they're doing something like where they might actually get hurt, he'll go over and redirect it basically, right? Krishan would just let the little nigga fall. Like if Junior could actually walk and talk and play and stuff like that, right? If he was at a playground and Krishan seen that he was doing something that could get him hurt or something like that, she would just let it happen. She wouldn't even care. I think that's the only place that they're different at. Besides that, they're equally terrible. So I don't, just like Jaden said she wouldn't leave her kids with Krishan, I don't know why you leaving them around Blueface either. You said Jaden is trauma bonded to that family. I believe that. I've talked about that a little bit before Jaden started getting extremely goofy in the past few weeks here, but I have another video where I talk about how Jaden is I think she's been not necessarily just trauma bonded, but she's been brainwashed in that family by both Carlissa and Blueface, mainly by Carlissa. but I don't know for sure. To me, I don't see why else she would still like be going strong with them. She can sit up all she wants and be like, "Oh, it's for the kids, blah blah blah," but you can co-parent and not be sleeping with Blueface or have to be in Carlissa's face all the time. Carlissa does not need to be her manager at all. Carlissa don't need to be nobody's manager. But definitely not Jaden's. Like Jaden could find something else. Jaden could turn her whole life around if she truly wanted to. And I don't know how she's not sick of Blueface and his mama yet. But she's a strong one. It's like Jaden is weak-minded, but she's strong at the same time because there's no way 15 years later I would still be attached to this family at all. Yeah, y'all can see the kids on the weekend. I might bring them by there on Christmas. They're not staying there by themselves ever. But you can see them every once in a while, and that's it. Her siblings don't even trust her with their kids, and they shouldn't because she's done stuff to her siblings' kids before, and she's let shit happen to her siblings' kids before. I wouldn't leave a fucking hamster with Krishan at all. Um, Blue did not plan on marrying Jaden. He was with Krishan when he went in. Carlissa and Blue be lying. Are you a Krishan fan? Common sense. Put it in the chat. Just put yes or no in the chat. Are you still in here, common sense? So I'm gonna say this just in case they're not still in here. Um Blueface was not with Krishan when he went to jail. He wasn't. Blueface was single when he went to jail. If y'all remember when Blueface first went to jail, I want to say I don't even think it was a whole month before he went in. Um um I don't think it was a whole month before he went in. Jaden ended the engagement, and that was right after her and Krishan had linked up already. And Krishan ran off with Blueface for a few days or whatever, right? But he was not in a relationship with Krishan when he went in. Krishan was actually having sex with all these people who's supposed to be PR relationships. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's a relationship. Common sense. Anyway, like I was saying, Krishan and Blueface were not in a relationship. I've already talked about this on this channel before, but how Krishan ended up back at Blueface's house and in Blueface's house was because Krishan was sleeping in the airport and Blue felt sorry for her. And the original agreement was that she was supposed to bring Junior to Blue's house so Papa Blue could watch him and Krishan could get herself together. And she basically ended up swindling her way back up in there. But Blueface and Krishan were not together in a relationship when he went in. And he wasn't in a relationship with Jaden either. He was single when he went in. However, if you were paying attention while Blue was locked up, who was the only one that was going to see him? Jaden. Jaden was the only one that was going to see him. She was sending him care packages and stuff. They've all confirmed that the reason Jaden stopped sending him care packages was because Krishan was mad about it. And this was after, of course, they did a whole little fake marriage and told the world they were married when they weren't. Y'all remember they had the pastor on the screen and everything. Let's move on though. I don't even care about Blueface and his, unless it's about Blueface prison tapes getting dropped. I don't really care that much about Blueface's prison stay. Unless it's some new developments or some tea or the tapes getting dropped or something like that. I don't really care too much about his prison stay. He got everything he deserved in there. But yeah, those clips that I played of Blueface, those were Blueface starting to stream basically just exposed like more of the gay allegations and the PDF allegations. It exposed how much of a loser he truly is because For some reason, like y'all heard me talking to Cass earlier in the chat about another content creator who is a huge fan of Blueface. Um, that man, God, I really can't tell y'all how disgusted I was before I came up on this live. Like, I did not know that any men besides a Blueface really just sit up like on live, on stream, and talk to women the way they do. Like, to be running a YouTube platform and you're sitting up on live talking about how the women in your chat have you bricked up and the women in the chat, they just going for it. What? What? No wonder he's a fan of Blueface. And anytime somebody says something about Blueface, the live that I went over there to watch, right? It was Blueface's his 4th of July live or whatever. And I guess I don't know if this was like him getting I think that this was him getting ready for it. Y'all know he went to if y'all seen a clip of it, he went to a 4th of July party and he met up with the game or whatever. But before that, so this was him getting ready for it. And Superior was touching all over Blueface. He was up under his shirt, touching his legs, all kind of shit, right? And in the chat, people started calling it out, and they're calling out how Blueface is a pedophile and how it's weird that Superior be touching all over him and shit like that, right? And Blueface turns the music up, drowns it out, whatever. But then this content creator, he gets up on the screen and he starts talking about how he's sorry that basically he's sorry that these like he's saying that he's sorry that these people that are talking about Blueface and mentioning that he's acting like a pedophile, he's sorry that these people that are calling it out were probably touched in their life, but that doesn't mean that they should basically project it on the Blueface because that's not him. And I had to leave at that point. Like I can't do it. To be that big of a glazer for another grown ass man when you're sitting back and you're watching him interact inappropriately with a child and do way too much with the child and not establish any boundaries or anything like that. And your response is to tell people in your chat and whoever else is calling out the behavior that you're sorry that they were molested but they shouldn't put it on Blueface. I had to bounce. I can't do nothing like that. He got so mad about me that I heard he was making whole chats to call me names. I believe it. I believe it because just in the few minutes that I was over on his page, I could see him doing something like that. An extremely lame individual. He's basically almost like an extension of Blueface. I noticed that just from like a few minutes of watching him. And there's so many women over there and I don't and they're sending him money and everything. And like I said, oh, I'm bricked up. I'm bricked up. So and so got me. That's so weird. Like, how much respect do you have to not have for yourself to sit up and be sending a man money and listen to him tell you, oh, this female has me bricked up. I can't stand up right now, blah, blah, blah. That's predator behavior on its own. Like, that's so weird and corny. Ugh. But hey, somebody likes it. Clearly a lot of people like it. I can't do stuff like that. Think about it. Why she's so quiet about the leak of the video? Why does her sisters have so much to say and why are they talking about who Journey real father is? I thought about that too. I don't understand why because Sam and whoever that other girl was that came out and said something, they have a lot of smoke for everybody else but none for Blueface. And then Journey's father, right? It's been said for quite a long time that Bodine is Journey's real father. And I think one of the first people that said it was China because Krishan told her that. But even though Krishan be lying and she just be plotting on Jaden sometimes and shit like that, the only reason why I kind of a little bit believe it is because Krishan be fucking on Bodine too. And Bodine be pillow talking with Krishan and he goes back and tells her everything that goes on Blueface's side. Like even when Blueface is not talking to Krishan, Bodine always goes back and he's messing with Krishan. Like y'all remember while Blueface was locked up, Bodine would just make sporadic appearances with Krishan. They have been messing around for a long time. And I would not be surprised if Bodine was the one that put that in Krishan's ear. Like, hey, I've been fucking Jaden too. And then once again, if Jaden will fuck on Bravo, she'll fuck anybody. You've already fucked one homie. I wouldn't be surprised if she had sex with Bodine before. And honestly, I would really not be surprised if Journey actually was Bodine's child. You know what I mean? And y'all know over here, I don't really compare looks that much because I always say, just because I think Journey looks like Bodine or something like that, that doesn't mean that she actually does, Just like some people say Junior looks like Ronnie, and y'all know how I feel about it. Who's Bodine? Bodine is basically, he's like Bravo, the light-skinned version of Bravo. So he's also one of Blueface's friends. But hold on, let me give y'all a commercial break and I'll go get Bravo.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah,
Okay.
with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. You ain't the only one that out here with these disabled babies because of drug and alcohol use. I'm one of them. Yeah, you just going to be the face for it. So it depends on what kind of face you going to be for it, Krishan Rob. You going to grab this bull by the horn? Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of these bitches out here on SSI with these disabled babies because they did the same shit you did while they behind these computers running their motherfucking mouth talking about you. So, that boy gonna be just fine. You watch. It's gonna be like he didn't have a slow start. That's how God does things. That's why you in front of the public eye. Because God gonna show through you and through me and people like us that motherfucker, God can do anything. So what? We was out there on drugs. So what? She was out there beating people down. So what? I chose her. She's mine. She belongs to me. So therefore, don't nobody give a fuck about Blueface. Don't nobody give a fuck about Hollywood. Don't nobody give a fuck. She's who the fuck I say she is. And that's what God said about her. So don't nobody give a fuck about what y'all talking about. Yeah. She about to heal her whole family through.
And cut stale wig short. Here we are. So this Bodine. Like I said, some people say that Journey looks like him. Y'all always cutting up. I did silverware dryer rack up right. Yeah, so this is Bodine. This is Journey's alleged father. Like I said, I'm just putting the rumor out there. I'm not saying that this is actually Journey's dad or anything like that. Allegedly, Blueface is her father too. We're not going to get started on a whole new DNA narrative right now because Junior is already Junior is still on the table. He's never been cleared on the internet pretty much. So we're not going to start another DNA narrative for real. But it is in the air. It's being talked about. It's been being talked about for a few years now. And the other part that I was going to say too was as much stuff as these people hide, I would not be surprised at all if Journey was Bodine's daughter. I'm not gonna go get the clips today, but there's been quite a few times where like Bodine is seen with Journey and like he'll give her a kiss or something. Anytime Journey is throwing a tantrum and he's around her, he's picking her up. shit like that. And it just seems like he has more of a connection to Journey than he does to Javon. And this is supposed to be another one of the kids' uncles, pretty much, right? Um, and he it seems like he definitely has more of a connection to Journey than he does Javon. I'll say that. I don't um sorry y'all. I was reading some of the comments cuz I swore I said that we weren't going to get a DNA we're going to get a DNA narrative started, and I seen somebody that's doing a little too much. Um let's just go ahead and get off Journey. Cause I see a couple emotional reactions in the chat, and we're not gonna do all that. But yeah, this is Bodine. This is who they say Journey be looking like, whatever, right? Let's get back to the content though, because like I said, we're not gonna be in here all night. Where are we at? Yeah, so we talked about how Blueface and all his allegations are being brought to light through streaming. Let's move into Jaden. Since Jaden has started streaming, we see how much shit truly is that she be drinking and how she treats her kids too, how she parents, all that shit, right? So one of Jaden's streams, and I didn't go get this clip either, but one of Jaden's streams is after Javon stole that $500 from her for Robux, and her punishment was basically just taking, I think she took his PlayStation away or his computer or both of them, something like that. And he had to go sit in the room with her while she streamed. They ordered a little wing stop. The good moment didn't last very long. It ended with Javon saying, "I freak you, I hate you" to Jaden. And instead of Jaden turning the stream off and going to deal with her child, basically she just sent him to his room for saying "freak you, I hate you," nothing else. And then she goes and sits down. But we're going to get into this clip too, because I think this said a lot about what be going on with Jaden behind the scenes.
Dumbass. Think you always got something fucking smart to say, like you're fucking. So we got. Then shut the fuck up. Dumbass. Think you always got something fucking smart to say, like your fucking dad. You might want to figure it the fuck out. Shut the fuck up. Always talking shit.
Let's go.
You got a problem?
Let's put him in the air. Put him in the air.
That's what I thought. Ever do that shit the fuck again.
Listen, go Carlissa, go Carlissa, go Carlissa, go Carlissa.
Oh shit. Whenever I want to fight, I'll win every time, bitch. Don't fucking play with me. Fuck out of here. Now you come be with me. You think that shit funny?
Keep it on there.
She splashed me. She splashed me. Now I want to act like she don't know what the fuck going on. Shut up.
Y'all can leave my baby alone.
Take her, dog. She splashed me.
What did I do? She's a mad woman.
She splashed. Watch out. Watch out.
Oh shit.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Little girl. Little girl. Little girl. Little girl. You better call your daddy. Call your daddy. Call your daddy. Yeah, girl.
Whoa.
Call. What?
They said they got to call her.
Curtis.
You better call your dad.
Dad.
No, she did not.
No, this makes you a
You just spit on me.
Yeah.
So y'all see it, that was Jaden. She's acting like she's at a pool party with her homegirls or something, just drunk, extremely mean, cussing, shit like that, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like I said, y'all know I don't tell y'all too much about me, but I grew up with an alcoholic parent, and my alcoholic parent was my dad. And so when I see Jaden acting like this, I remember how I used to feel when my dad would just be mean to me and my siblings for no reason. And that shit stays with you. It doesn't just go away. It's something that I wouldn't say as an adult I'm affected by it, more so like when I was a child, I went through it, it's fine now. But the majority of the memories that I have with my dad are him acting like Jaden. Just mean, sloppy drunk, cussing. Everybody is everything but a child of God. And that's how Jaden's acting. And I hope she realizes like that's gonna stick with her kids, whether she thinks it is or not. And then the way she was talking to Javon, let me run that back real quick.
Dumbass. I think you always got something fucking smart to say, like you're fucking.
So we got.
Then shut the fuck up. Dumbass. I think you always got something fucking smart to say, like your fucking dad. You might want to figure it the fuck out. Shut the fuck up. Always talking shit.
Let's go.
You got a problem?
Let's put him in the air. Put him in the air.
That's what I thought. Ever do that shit the fuck again.
Like I don't agree with how she talks to her kids at all. And then that other clip that I played before, I don't have it up right now, but that clip where she was just splashing Journey and she got really close to hitting her face. Like Jaden really got to chill out on the drinking. She does. And I put that comment up here. I lost it, but I put the comment up here where somebody said this is what the camera's on. I can't imagine how Jaden acts off camera. And then I do remember that too, where that time back before Blue went to excuse me. That time back before Blue went to prison and Javon was crying when Blueface was about to leave and he was talking about how mom was going to be mean. At first, I remember back when that happened, a lot of people were saying, yeah, it's just because Jaden is the one that actually like basically holds Javon accountable and provides structure and stuff like that. But then she starts streaming and we see like this is how she be acting for real. Just drunk and out of pocket. And you know she was probably even worse back then because when that clip came out, I want to say Krishan was still pregnant. She was either still pregnant or she had just had Junior, and Blueface was going back and forth between Krishan and Jaden. I want to say Krishan had already had Junior because I remember there was a clip that came out and it didn't go super viral or anything. Well, actually, I want to say Krishan played it on Jason Lee. But y'all remember when Krishan went on Jason Lee shortly after Junior was born, she was talking about how Blueface was going back and forth between her and Jaden. And she played a recording of a phone call she had with Blueface where Jaden is in the back crashing out because she knows that Blueface is talking to Krishan still. So if that's how she was already acting, and Jaden, once again, she didn't know that that was recorded. But if that's how she's acting in the house with her kids, like imagine Javon just come out the room and he just want his mom attention or he want a little snack or something to eat or something like that. And then Jaden just starts flipping out like that because she's drunk, like flipping out like this, right? Let's run it back again.
Dumbass. I think you always got something fucking smart to say, like you're fucking.
So we got.
Then shut the fuck up. Dumbass. I think you always got something fucking smart to say, like your fucking dad. You might want to figure it the fuck out. Shut the fuck up. Always talking shit.
Let's go.
You got a problem?
Let's put him in the air. Put him in the air.
That's what I thought.
Like her calling Javon a dumbass and telling him to shut the fuck up and stuff like that, all that shit is gonna stay with him. Like as a child that went through it, all the times my dad got mad, even as an adult, because my dad is still alive and drunk today, honestly, just to be completely honest with y'all. Even as an adult, all the times my dad gets mad and calls me a bitch or a hoe or out my name or something like that, and it can be at the flip of a switch. You don't have to do nothing to him. And as long as he got that elixir in his system, he's gonna get to going with it. And he still does it to all of his kids today. That's not going anywhere. That's gonna stick with Javon forever. And while all Jaden's fans like to sit online and talk about how she's the better baby mama and she's the prettiest one and she's not homeless and all that shit, fuck all that. When I see how you act with your kids and it's like this, where you're cussing at them and calling them out their names and stuff like that, you immediately fall down in the trash. You do. I don't care if you drunk or not. I I've never my mom, thankfully, I had a good parent in the situation, right? And I've never been called a name by my mom. I've never heard my mom call any of her kids names. My mom spoke life into all of us. And to see the way Jaden acts with her kids and y'all are sitting up talking about she's the best baby mama. And once again, this is with cameras on, mic'd up. And that's the best she could censor herself, with cameras on and mic'd up. Imagine what she'd be doing at home that y'all don't see. But she's the best baby mama. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Y'all can stay stuck on that. Oh, she got the kids in a house. She feeds them. They can walk, talk, blah, blah, blah. All y'all want to. When these kids grow up and they have to look back and think about how their mom talked to them when they were younger and possibly did too much while putting hands on them too. Because I'm pretty sure Jaden probably lays hands on Javon at least. And supposedly, according to Journey said Jaden whooped her ass before too. And I don't have a problem with people disciplining their kids. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Cool, right? But when you're drunk all the time and you got to discipline your kids, you can very easily lose control and do too much. And of course, we don't see, these kids walking around with marks on them or anything else, but they're fucking angry all the time. Javon got an attitude most of the time. Freak you, I hate you is his favorite things to say to Jaden, because there's quite a few clips of him saying it to Jaden over the years. And then Journey is always upset. Always. And I don't know if they were purposely making her upset for the camera or something like that, but I don't like how like a 3-year-old child is always upset the way Journey is. And true enough, toddlers are going to throw tantrums and all that other shit, right? But just to be perpetually upset, I don't think so. Let me read a few of y'all comments. I haven't been in the comments like that tonight. They say the truth really comes out when you're drunk. It does. It does. And Jaden is just doing way too much. And every time we see Jaden on stream, if she's not already drunk, she's in the process of getting drunk. Always. Like I don't know if she knows she has a problem or she's in denial about it or what, but there's no reason that anybody needs to be drunk every single day, especially not when you're a mother. And then she got the nerve. I was watching one of Jaden's TikToks where she was talking about how she keeps like hydrating water with her all the time or whatever. Like she keeps a Stanley with it has like the cucumber lemon water in it or whatever. Of course, Jaden has to make sure she stays hydrated every fucking day. She got to do the most to stay hydrated because she's drunk every night. She got to do something to bounce back and recover. And before we talked about before too about the weight loss shots, doing all that drinking she does, and then got the nerve to be on GLP-1s along with it. Calling her dumb. Yeah, she says some crazy shit to her kids. Because there was quite a few clips from this stream, and maybe one day we'll go back and go over all of them. I think most of y'all have seen all of them though. I'm probably the one that's behind with the clips for real. Y'all know I don't watch these people's streams. I just do the clips. But even like just this still shot right here. This is crazy.
Oh shit.
When I want to fight, I'll win every time, bitch. Don't fucking play with me. Fuck out of here. Now you come be with me. You think that shit funny?
Keep it on them.
She flashed me. She splashed me. Now I want to act like she don't know what the fuck going on.
Anyway, let's move on from Jaden. I'm tired of her drunk ass. Let me read a few more of y'all comments, and then we're gonna get into Krusty. You're not lying like you a kid. Why you stressed out? Yeah, I don't get that. The kid stressed out. Lord, they don't have. Like I said, a lot of people like to focus on Junior because he's like has no quality of life at all. But these other kids, they don't have good parents either. They don't. Nobody in the circus has a good parent, even the adults. Because Carlissa is not a good mother, anything. The video of him smelling his baby hair, interlocking his hands and feet is disturbing, is weird and weird as fuck. It is. It is. It absolutely is. Those weight loss shots are causing a lot of young women to have surgery on gallbladder. Oh, really? I knew, like, I had heard that they weren't very safe and you shouldn't. Well, I guess some of them are somewhat safe. I don't. To me, it doesn't sit right with me. Like I can just take a shot and I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight, you know, because it's too fast. And then you see people that they're on the weight loss shots and they lose weight so rapidly, but their head still stays the same size and they just look crazy afterwards. I don't know. It's just something that I'm not too like too keen. The idea of it, I'm not too keen on it. And I'm sure a lot of people have had success with it and a lot of people will have success with it, but I just feel like there's too many risks that go with it too. I don't think Jaden cares about the risks though, because the life she's living, you couldn't possibly care about much. Anyway, maybe she was drinking with Journey. She might have been, I don't know. Because y'all remember at one point when it was a huge discussion about Krishan drinking and smoking while she was pregnant, like, well, a lot of people were telling Krishan she could do whatever she wanted to while she was pregnant, and then there was those of us that were saying no, absolutely not. And I remember Jaden did an interview and she was talking about how she, I think she said like her first trimester or two or something like that, she would smoke a little bit with Journey, but I don't know about the drinking part. Maybe, maybe not. And I'll say this too. I don't really know when Jaden's drinking problem actually started. Cause I do remember for years now, like for Sean's fans have been saying that she has a drinking problem, but I wasn't really. Maybe it's because Jaden wasn't like going viral as much and we didn't really hear from her as much. But I had never really paid it that much attention until probably like shortly before she started streaming. And I noticed how much she always had some alcohol with her. Like even hold on, let me take this down. Get myself out the way. Y'all see the bottle of tequila? That was for Jaden. You see, we got the dumpster on fire, the TPI, you already know what's going on. You know what time it is. But you see Junior stroller, nice and raggedy, all black. And then you got his baby bottle with some kind of substance in it. We don't know what it is, but it's black. And then you got all these phones because somebody's always playing on the phone. You got the health results. You got the handcuffs. You got the candy because of Blue's allegations. And then you got we already went over the pride flag for Blue. And then you got the camera and the microphone for all this streaming. You know, everybody is represented in the thumbnail. Let me see. Where are we going next? Oh, Krishan. So Krishan, Krishan Krishan didn't really have to start streaming for us to know what was going on with her and what's going on behind the scenes with her. Because we've been seeing it for years, for almost 3 years now. Really over 3 years now, if we count the time that she was pregnant with little Junebug. But let's put the latest video from Krishan. Oh, yeah, let's just do the latest video from Krishan, right?
I know you fucking lying. Get your ass up. Krishan. Get up. The baby wants the bottle. Where's his milk? Not you waking up looking all pretty. What the fuck you got? Lip gloss on me and sweet? Krishan, get up. Where's his milk at? Oh, the baby. He wants a bottle. You still streaming? Mm-hmm. You're lying. What? Really? Yo. So you put a 24-hour. I don't know. Hi guys, good morning. Wow.
So y'all see, I'm pretty sure probably all y'all have seen that clip by now, where Krishan gets woken up talking about who, and it's revealed that there's no milk or Pediasure in the house for Junior, which is crazy. Because if you have any type of intention whatsoever of actually taking care of your child, how do you not have anything at all for them to eat? Like that's what's extremely wild to me is the fact that Junior eats so little. And I feel like Krishan forgets to feed Junior too. And I'm not saying that in a way as to like make up excuses for her or anything like that. But we know Krishan has several mental illnesses. Y'all seen the clip where her mom said that I think her mom had asked her for some money or something like that. And she was like, "No, I need it now, Sean. You're going to be a different person in the morning." I think Krishan, when her personalities flip, I think she forgets to feed Junior. I do. And then she's always running around doing a bunch of bullshit. And Junior isn't a priority for her in the first place. So I really do think that she just be forgetting to feed him. But then again, she don't care about feeding him either. So of course you're going to forget to do something that you really don't care about doing in the first place. Because for normal people, right, that actually take care of their kids, feeding them is it's like it's ingrained in you. You're just automatically going to do it. It's not something that you have to you don't have to remember to feed your children. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said it in the chat. So let me get Pigpen's get Pigpen's bed up here. This dirt stain, this dirt spot. Like this beanbag has only been out the package for a short amount of time and she already got the dirt stain on it. Big funky ass. Just and I played that clip in the other I think it was a video I did yesterday of her friend talking about how her car smells like a bag of stale onions. And Krishan smell like a bag of stale onions too. That's the dirt spot. If Blueface, like back when Krishan was still living with Blueface, if Blueface didn't have dark sheets, and Blueface is a dirty nigga too. But if they didn't have dark sheets back then, you know how like nasty them sheets would have looked at all times. Cause it'd already be enough that they be having like random white stains on the sheets, random crust and everything else. But imagine if the sheets had been white back when both of them were sleeping in that bed all the time. Oh, the sheets would have been yellow, green, tan, straight up brown. It would have looked like some army fatigues or something in there. You know? Little camouflage going on because both of them are nasty. But yeah, this is what streaming for Krishan be revealing. He be don't even be concerned with whether Junior eats or not, which we already knew about. And I don't have the clips up here. I'm gonna have to do a separate video. Did y'all see her reaction or how she tried to come back out and not doo-doo Sean and lie about not having food in the house for Junior? And she talking about how it was how Junior was supposed to be with Charlotte. Charlotte was supposed to be watching him. And she was talking about she was asking her friend why she went and got him because Charlotte was supposed to be watching him. Wasn't nobody with Junior besides her friend, which is why she came in there and asked where the fuck his food was at. And Krishan got the nerve to get up from her dirt nest talking about who. She probably went in there too, because since she didn't have no milk, she probably went off camera. She came back and turned the stream off, right? She probably went in there with Junior, and she was like, "Oh, the little nigga don't need nothing to eat. He's just tired. That's why he's crying," and still didn't feed him nothing. This shit is sad. Like Junior, the fact that we're talking about a bottle and milk not being in the house for a 3-year-old when he should be just about eating. Well, he should be eating the same shit Krishan does, besides like whatever he doesn't like. So if Krishan is eating, the fuck does this hoe eat? Say Krishan is eating like a burger from McDonald's or something like that, and Junior don't like cheeseburgers yet. Then of course we know he's not going to eat no cheeseburger, but to not be eating any solid foods whatsoever, which of course we know he can't, but then you're not getting him like a feeding tube or anything else that can help him get the nutrients that he needs. You just land on milk and Pediasure and let that be it. And then you don't even keep it in stock for him. She didn't ask her friend that. She asked the chat. Yeah, I was more so talking about like that's what she was saying. Like she was like, why did you even go in there and get him? And laid down again. Yeah, probably. She went and sat in her chair and brushed her teeth in her room like she keeps on doing, spit it into a water bottle and shit. That's the thing too with Krishan streaming is it's showing how dirty she really is. Cause let me put the video up here so y'all can look at it from a distance. Where are we at? Hold on. Did I take it off the damn screen already? Hold on. Oh, I did. Never mind. Y'all see it though. Because you can still see it from a distance. Just dirty. Like, why? And Krishan don't be doing no hard work either. I know she be going to, well, she be going to work out and playing around. That's why. And where has Coach Calvin been at? We haven't seen him in a few days. Or like a week or something like that. Did he finally just get tired of her and drop her off? Because I know the last time we seen him, he was clearly irritated with her. Who has a 411 on Coach Calvin? Right, Chantrell, just in there, just sitting at the desk, brushing her teeth, doing the mouthwash, everything, and spitting it into a water bottle. Like, even if, and I get it, like 24-hour stream, cool. But how many streamers do 24-hour streams and you don't see none of them sitting sitting at the desk brushing their teeth and spitting it into a water bottle? It's okay to leave the camera and go into the bathroom and handle your business. I don't understand what her deal is with doing all that extra shit that should be done in the bathroom on camera. I don't get that. And then she be showing like the mouthwash and shit, like she's showing somebody how to do something that they've never done before. Maybe it's because she not used to doing it. I don't know. Or maybe she's trying to beat the dirty allegations. So she just want people, but then no. Because she could take the camera with her into the bathroom. I don't know what Krishan's deal is. We'll find out one day. But I'm very confused on the whole sitting in the room and brushing your teeth, unless it's just chalked up to her being a fucking nutcase. Besides that, I don't understand. One thing you point out in another video, it's definitely time for him to build whatever mobility he may be able to. He's too big to be carried around everywhere. Exactly. And like I said, even if, to my understanding, even if Junior didn't have like club feet or anything, it's the brain damage that's keeping him from walking. So even if that is the case, it's still time for a wheelchair. And I'm sure Junior would need somebody to push the wheelchair for him, because it's not like he has any. And then he's also blind, or he's visually impaired. He's not like 1,000% blind, but he's visually impaired. Like, he doesn't know what he's looking at to connect it to anything, right? So him like having like one of the motorized wheelchairs or whatever, he wouldn't be able to work that by himself. He would still need somebody to help him out at all points. And as much time as Krishan spends pushing him in a stroller or carrying him around, she might as well just get him a wheelchair. Junior will be more comfortable, she will be more comfortable, but the whole carrying him around thing, and he's damn near half her height, it's time to stop that. It's been looking crazy, but it's starting to look even crazier because he's getting taller and taller, and the taller he gets, the more crazy it looks. And then she's still referring to him as a baby when he doesn't even look like one. He might behave as one still, but this is a full-grown toddler. Y'all, like, Junior should be going to preschool next year. And Krishan's still carrying him around everywhere, and there's still people, her fans, even like on the bigger blog pages, like It's On Site and Shade Room and stuff like that. There's still people all in the comments too talking about he's a baby, blah blah blah. No, he's not. If he should be starting preschool next year, he's not a baby anymore. He's not. Junior should be able to tell us some colors, numbers. He should be running around having full conversations, even if they're not completely coherent. You know what I'm saying? Because when kids, when they start building their vocabulary, they just be saying shit. It don't always make sense. But for him to be almost 3 years old, he should, be able to say full sentences, have conversations with people. People be saying hi to Junior, and he be looking at the wall behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she swears that she's just doing her big one. Oh, did y'all see that clip where she was talking about how he's starting to get like more comfortable with standing up and moving around, and she was talking about how it's like a kid in a pool or whatever. That boy don't be taking no steps, and he don't be moving around anywhere by himself, but she gets on the internet and she swears that she's fooling people in to thinking that he's doing something that he's not. I don't even think her fans believe her at this point. They might get on the internet and act like they do, but I really don't think her fans believe her at this point either. But of course, they don't want to turn against her because that's a mortal sin to them, because they're a cult. You know how the Rocktards do. They get in their little group chats, as we've seen. They get in their group chats and they talk shit about Krishan in the group chat and then get on the internet and act like she's their leader for real. Like she's up next to the most high, but they be talking about her in the group chats. Mm. That's why I don't take y'all seriously. Not my chat, but y'all rock tards, because I know there's probably some in the back. When y'all come in here in my chat and start talking crazy, I can't take y'all seriously because y'all know that bitch ain't nothing either. Y'all know it. Y'all just don't want to turn against her, and y'all don't want the rest of the rock tards to turn against you and blah blah blah. I, I don't respect it at all. Man, that looks her carrying him around and she won't be doing that when he had grown men. I don't think it, and maybe this too was attributed to Sean being an absolute nut. I don't think she grasps like how crazy it looks for her to be carrying this boy around still. It would be different if, like, say Junior could was actually functioning, right? And he was running around and he falls down and she picks him up and consoles him or something like that. Or if she goes out of town and leaves him with her weird ass family and then comes back and reunites with him, of course she's gonna pick him up, stuff like that, right? But to just be dragging him around all the time, have him picked up all the time, almost 3 years old, and he's still in an infant stroller all the time. I don't think she gets how stupid that shit looks. And then again, like I said before too, maybe she does, because I feel like a lot of times when Krishan, a lot of the shit that Krishan does, I feel like she intentionally puts it on the internet because she gets some type of enjoyment out of watching her, out of people watching her neglect and abuse Junior, basically. I think that she gets something out of giving Junior absolutely nothing and seeing people get a rise out of it. You know? I think that does do something for her. He can start this year when school starts back since he's turning 3. Do they still have Head Start? I want to say it's been a while. I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. So they're damn near grown, or at least they think they are. So it's been a while for me. I really want to say my niece went to Head Start. I want to say so. And she'll be 7 in January. But I really want to say back, at least back around that time, she was in Head Start. But they have the school that she went to, they have daycare, Head Start, and preschool all in the same building, just on different floors. So I lost track of where she was at each point. But I'm pretty sure they still do have Head Start. I don't know if Junior would I don't know if Junior will make it, but because I was kind of thinking about it one day, and this might sound bad, but I don't think, like, with like special ed classes, right? I don't think that Junior, and I might be wrong, but I don't think that Junior would, like, I don't want to say accepted, but I just don't think he would make it in a special ed class either, you know? Because he can't see, he can't really communicate with anybody. Um Even with people that they don't have the ability to speak. Like you see some people, they're in a wheelchair and they'll have like some sort of communication device or something like that. Even that wouldn't work for Junior because he can't see. He really doesn't have any use of his hands for real because he still can't hold the bottle. Um I'm pretty sure Junior can hear. I don't know if he has like a limited hearing ability or not, but I'm pretty sure he can hear just fine. But he can't walk, he can't talk, he can't eat solid foods. I think that Junior would really just have to be just like at home 24/7. I don't think Junior would really make it into school for real. And I might be wrong, that's just me thinking about it, and I'm just kinda thinking, like, based off the stuff that I've seen before, like, with other people, but I really don't think that Junior would be I don't know. He might. I don't maybe they have like different types of classes. I don't know. It's just sad thinking about the fact that like a child really they're never going to be able to do like anything at all by themselves. Cuz there's kids that have disabilities and things like that, right? But they have a quality of life still, and they at least still have something that they can do for themselves. Even if it's just being able to see by themselves. Junior can't do anything at all. He shouldn't even still be on a bottle, but he is. But he can't hold that bottle. Like, that's sad that an almost 3-year-old child cannot even hold a bottle, even though they shouldn't still be on it, that he can't even hold the bottle, he can't get up and talk, he doesn't even know what his own mother looks like. He can't interact with any of his cousins or anything like that. Like, I played that video, let me see if I still got it up on my little reel. Um, I played the video where his cousin was trying to wake him up or something. Is this it? Hold on. I think this is it. Yeah.
Baby. Oh, this is my other baby. Look at her. Aww.
How old
Hey,
is she?
baby. That's your cousin.
How old is she?
Huh?
Like, y'all see how she's and once again, I don't know how old Petey's daughter is, but she's way younger than Junior. And she's trying to wake him up. Like, she can tell because kids aren't oblivious. Like, a lot of people like Jaden and Blueface and stuff like that, they think kids are oblivious to shit that goes on around them. This baby can tell that something is wrong with Junior. He's not just sleeping. That's why she keeps rubbing on him, trying to get him to wake up. But Krishan got him knocked out. Like, that's sad. He can't even play with his cousins. And Krishan will prop him up for pictures and shit like that with his cousins and then one of Krishan's dumbass fans, they'll take a clip of it and throw a caption on it talking about Krishan Jr. shares a sweet moment with his cousin. Krishan Jr. playing with his cousins. Krishan Jr. playing with this person. And all Junior is doing is just there. He's not interacting with anybody. That's sad that you won't even get to have, like, a human being won't even get to have a conversation in life. Not a conversation. He'll never be able to talk to his parents, his grandparents, anything else. Krishan fucked Junior up beyond belief. I've never seen a child this bad off before. And people are just watching it. And then some people are still saying, oh, well, that was in the past. Can we move on and give her grace? She was going through a hard time. Blueface was abusing her. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a, you know what? Blueface ain't shit. We all know that, but I don't give a fuck about what Blueface was doing. Nobody was forcing all the drugs and alcohol down her throat. She was doing that shit all on her own, just like she still is. Just like she liked to run around talking about how she stopped smoking and drinking and blah, blah, blah during her training. No, the fuck she didn't. Krishan will never stop getting high and drunk. She won't. I don't think she's drinking as much now, but she's definitely still on them pills and powders. She most definitely is. Just like she was when she was pregnant. And that's why this is what we get now, because she was on narcotics and pills and everything else the whole time she was pregnant with Junior. Like, this shit's so sad. And then too,
Huh?
I just read.
Hey, baby. That's your cousin.
How old is she?
Huh?
You see how whoever that was in the background said, how old is she? And Krishan talking about some, huh? She didn't want nobody comparing the age of Petey's daughter to Junior. Because this little girl is up and active. There was another clip where she was up walking around and Junior just just slumped. And there, like I said, there's still people that praise this bitch, and I don't get it at all. Like this, and I hate saying it because it's a kid, but Junior really might as well just be a corpse because there's no quality of life at all. Like he literally cannot do anything, even just like the most simple things in life. He literally either cannot do them or he'll never have the chance to do them. Like, if you just think about, like, in the morning, we hate getting up, going to work, whatever, right? Well, some of us. Junior is never gonna get up and go to work one day. He's just not. He's never gonna be able to go to school. He's never gonna be able to play in the park with anybody. Cause y'all remember, um, probably like a year or so ago, it might have been longer than that. Y'all remember when Krishan, this was while still Blue was still locked up and she had already got out of jail by this point. But Krishan would go to the park or something like that, right? And she would just push Junior stroller like off to the sidelines and everybody else would be running around, grown ass adults running around acting like big ass kids. They're playing in the park and the child that should be playing in the park is just in the corner in his stroller. Nobody paying attention to him at all. You would see a video of Krishan and her family members or her friends or something like that. And then you could see the stroller in the background. Nobody around it paying attention to him, nothing. Um oh she see Junior is almost 2 years older than whatever her name is. Little Petey. We'll call her Little Petey. He's almost 2 years older than Little Petey and can't do anything that she can do yet. I know that'd be burning Krishan up too. You know she be jealous of all her siblings, kids, and grandkids. You know she do. Um, it's sad to me because I know how far I came with the right help. I have quite severe brain damage. See, but when people pour, you had parents that poured into you because you still I just because Junior is disabled, and I feel like a lot of people have kind of taken that approach with him too, that just because he's disabled, like he can't be helped at all. But if Krishan, I say this, if Krishan could teach Junior how to kiss, she could have taught him some other things. You know? Because that's all we've seen Junior know how to do. He can clap his hands and he can kiss, and that's it. So there's he has something going on up there, but that's all the focus has been. And I feel like I feel like Junior can remember voices too. Cuz he seems like he gets happy around like Coach Calvin. And then I feel like I don't know with Krishan. I feel like he knows it's her voice, but then her personality is changing and stuff too. He probably be confused on who it is. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Um, I wonder can Junior smell? I never thought about that. That's a good question though. He might. But then too, if he can smell, does he I don't think he's well, he might be able to. Cuz they say blind people, but then I don't know with the brain damage how it will work. So like they say blind when you're blind like your senses increase or whatever. So if he can hear, maybe if he can smell, possibly he can connect like with people, for instance, right? Like if he hears their voice or he smells their scent, like he knows that voice is coming soon. I don't know. I've never thought about whether he can smell or not before. Hmm. Now I'm thinking for real because Krishan be all in his face doing all those noises and shit, and maybe he's just used to her smell, but it doesn't seem like he reacts or anything when she be all in his face breathing her breath in his face. You know what I'm saying? Cuz y'all remember that video where she like all of a sudden spoke loud or whatever and like she startled Junior? I don't know. So he has the ability to be startled and whatnot. Maybe he can smell, or maybe I don't know. Y'all got me thinking now. Um, all of those are easy to treat and possible from birth. I don't I don't really know. Sometimes I sit and I kind of start thinking about like what Krishan's goal apps actually was with Junior. Like because Krishan knew he was gonna have all these issues while she was pregnant with him, right? Um, so I don't and once again, it might be the fact that she's just so damn crazy. I don't know what stopped her from like getting her child help when he was born. Because she knew everything that was wrong with him, she knew it before he was born. That's how she started getting those SSI checks for him so quick. And that's also why she went back to Baltimore to have the baby because Sean was going to be there and he could get her out of trouble. She already knew all that shit. So I just don't get it. I don't know if she once again maybe the mental illness, that's why she never tried to get him any help or anything like that. Because she had months to prepare, like none of this was just dropped on her. People there's still some people that say that she doesn't know what's wrong with Junior. She does. She's known since before he was born. Every single diagnosis he has, she's known about it since before he was born. I don't really get it. I don't. And like I said, it might just be chalked up to her being crazy as hell, and that's why she never really did anything for him. Um, I could read words and understand them, but I couldn't speak them. Oh, okay. So did you have to go to therapy for like how long did you have to go to like a therapy for it for? She got in fights. She got in fights to go do the pills powders, and I believe she messed him up as her sacrifice for pushing this narrative to the young black girls. That might be true. I see what you're saying. That might be true. Um, I don't to me, nothing is off the table for Krishan because she's just done so much that doesn't make sense at all. So even and I know a lot of people like they'll read some stuff about Krishan and it sounds crazy, but it's actually true. So that's why I say I don't take anything off the table for her at all. Early interventions could have prevented all this. Let me see. Krishan is a psychopath. She doesn't care and never did. Yeah, I think that's mostly what it is, or she just doesn't care. Ooh, what happened with what? Did I not finish a story or something? What are you asking about, Kayla Rain? I might have missed something, I don't know. She has no empathy, she's always been soulless. That's true too. She's never ever since to my understanding, right? From childhood until now, she's never had any empathy for anyone or anything. So if she's receiving disability for Junior, they require you to go to certain appointments. So Junior does go to the doctor. I know a lot of people don't think he does. To my understanding, he goes to the doctor and Krishan just basically almost kind of like what she does on the internet. Even though they know that she's bullshitting probably, um she just lies to the doctors pretty much, is to my understanding, right? And they probably do file CPS cases on her too, but we've talked about why Krishan is able to avoid CPS over here before. So she does take him to the doctor. I don't think I'll say this. She doesn't take him to near as many doctor's appointments as she's supposed to. And I don't know what the exact appointments she takes him to are, and they probably are like the only what's required of her. Um, because we don't ever see her in the doctor's office. So I don't know what those appointments look like or anything like that. But it has been confirmed that she does actually take him to the doctor. Um, yeah, I was thinking that too. That's why I said, I don't, it might just be the fact that she's so crazy because I think it was said it's only one, is it one or two that know like recognize that Junior is her child? I want to say it was one, but then I feel like I heard two. It's been a while since that's been a topic. But for those of y'all that don't know, what we're talking about is Krishan has multiple personality disorder, and only one of her alters recognize that Junior is her kid, basically. Um, so like I said, like when I was talking about her feeding Junior and how she might forget to feed him, that's part of it. So like when her mom said, do it now, you're gonna be a different person tomorrow, that's what she's talking about too, because Krishan just flips back and forth between alters. Um mm, this is true too. That's why Blue doesn't claim Junior. Lord, I'm not finna get somebody in the comments talking about Ronnie is his father, even though he's not. But that's why, yeah, that's why Ronnie doesn't, not Ronnie, Blue doesn't claim Junior is because he doesn't want to be around. He doesn't want a disabled kid, which he was condoning Krishan smoking and drinking while she was pregnant too. So I don't know what the problem is now. Um, mm, oh, okay, my bad. Um, what doctor is allowing this to go on? Be for real. He does go to the doctor. That's what y'all have to listen when I tell y'all stuff. So I said that Krishan, and in some videos I had before, right? Krishan, the reason why CPS doesn't do anything to her is because she's a federal informant. Number one, they know everything that goes on with Junior. They know stuff we don't know. So when people are reporting, like how y'all, let me say this, right? Junior is almost 3 years old. People have been calling CPS since the day he was born. The hospital were the first people to file a CPS case on Krishan, and that she took Junior, ran out the back door. She never suffered any consequences from that. That's for a reason. So I know a lot, and for if I'm being honest right now, if we're being completely real, right? For most normal children, if you took a child like uh Junior to the doctor, yeah, CPS would scoop him up immediately. They don't care about Junior, and I think a lot of people, y'all don't get just how many people don't care about Junior. That's why he's still in Krishan's custody, because nobody cares. Like I told y'all the story before about how why when Chastity had went to jail while she was with Krishan and she had to leave Luella with Krishan, Krishan was abusing both of them. And Krishan, once again, the federal government knows about everything she does. So Krishan had a plot to unalive Luella, and somebody on the back end, they did what needed to be done so that they could make sure that Chastity got out of jail so she could go get her child. And Junior just got left with Krishan. Just like when y'all seen the police pull up at the hotel room on Bino and Krishan, and they had whip it cans and alcohol bottles all over the place, and CPS was called to the room then too, and they left with no one. Y'all gotta, like, you don't have to believe anything I say, but I want y'all to pay attention to stuff. Like how I always tell y'all, I'll put the pieces of the puzzle together for y'all, or I'll help y'all do it. We'll do it together, whatever the case may be, right? But all of this stuff is already on the internet. Y'all just got to pay attention to it. There's been plenty of times where the police have pulled up on Krishan and Junior is still in her custody. When Krishan comes into contact with the cops, She's flagged in the system. And it's a flag letting the police know that she's a CI, and they have to call and get permission just to do anything with her. Like, Krishan's, a lot of the shit that Krishan gets away with, it's literally just because she's a CI. And then the CPS thing too, allegedly she has family in CPS at Baltimore, and they were told to just ignore all the calls that they get in Baltimore too. This is not a regular situation with a regular child, a regular mother, anything like that. Nobody cares about Junior. And the type of shit that Krishan has going on and the people that she helps lock up and put away and stuff like that, that's what gets her the privilege of avoiding a CPS case. And we've talked about over here before too, probably another reason why the government doesn't care more about stepping in and helping Junior is because nobody's really interested in taking care of Junior. If we're being straight up honest, like we just talked about how Junior has no quality of life whatsoever, how he would need around the clock care, all the doctors he would need and everything else. Most people are not going to be willing to take that on at all. And we can sit back on, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I wouldn't want to take it on. Just to be completely honest, I can sit here and I can say that Junior's situation is sad because it is, but I would have no interest whatsoever if I'm just being real. Especially not somebody else's child that they messed up on their own. I would have not even a little bit of interest in taking care of a child that requires as much care as Junior does. And most people wouldn't. If you're being real with yourself, I don't care how sad you think the situation is, most people would not want to take on that role because it is a lot. It is a lot. Just the normal special needs / autistic child is a lot to care for most people. So imagine a child like Junior that can't eat, can't talk, can't walk, can't do anything, especially now where he's just been left to basically deteriorate for so long. And a lot of y'all don't know too that Junior has a death date. Like that's why he has palliative care. It's not so who was it that it was somebody from Krishan's family? I want to say they said it was Tareen, maybe. Either Tareen or Tessa said that the longest he was supposed to live is 4 years old. So do y'all think the government is gonna like take one of their best rats off the street that's been helping all these like major players get locked up just to save a child that is supposed to expire within the next year? Like I said, this isn't a regular situation at all. So she does take him to the doctor. She has protections though. And she has a lot of them. Somebody, I missed the comment, but somebody else in here asked about Sean before. Sean doesn't help Krishan anymore. It's like, F it, then we're watching June. Yeah, and that's basically what it is. And to me, like when I say that the situation is sad, that's what I mean. Like everybody is just sitting back watching this child die. Yeah, most people would not be willing to take care of Junior at all. And I always see people say, just give me the baby at this point, blah, blah, blah. No, like I said, I know this is a child, but most people would not want anything to do with caring for Junior. So it's almost like and it's sad to say, but it's almost like it's best he stay with Krishan because she made him like that. So why should anybody else have to, basically give up their life and their quality of life to take care of a child that Krishan did that to? Like she did all of that to him. Nothing that's going on with Junior was just like happen chance. Like he just happened to come out like that. Every single thing that's wrong with Junior is due to Krishan. Like there's still people saying that he has cerebral palsy. Junior does not have cerebral palsy. He has spasticity and brain damage. but he doesn't have cerebral palsy. So people thinking that, oh my God, I could get Junior and these cerebral palsy kids, this is what you're supposed to do with them. I could do this. No, you couldn't, because that's not what he has. There's still people saying he has crew to chat syndrome, and wasn't that debunked forever ago? Most people cannot and would not, like, most people could not and would not do it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Sean Malone doesn't help her anymore. That was exposed. I don't know when the date was. I want to say it was like towards the end of last year or something like that. But he doesn't help her anymore. Y'all notice Krishan has calmed down a little bit, haven't you? Like, she's not, and she likes to blame it on the church act and stuff like that, right? But Krishan isn't in near as much bullshit as she used to be, especially not in Baltimore. I'm just saying. Why not? That's a sugar daddy. It wasn't Krishan's decision. The way my understanding of it is that basically Krishan's days are numbered, basically. And essentially what was happening was people are getting moved around as to not be able to help her with her bullshit anymore, if that makes sense. Like, the people that were always helping her, they were moved out the way so that they can't help her anymore, pretty much. If that makes sense. I don't know like the full breakdown on what happened. That's just my understanding of it, like a summary of it pretty much. But yeah, he doesn't help her anymore. And y'all notice y'all haven't seen him with her either. So, usually he'd make an appearance every few months or so, but it's been quite a while. Yeah, it was I want to say it was a few months after Ronnie died. I don't remember what the exact date was or the exact time frame, because I don't think it was this year. I feel like it was sometime last year. Do we know how many people she's responsible getting locked up? I know Ronnie, Blue, and Mookie. I don't know the number of people. I've heard like a few rumors on some other people, and some people that aren't necessarily like well known or anything like that, I guess I would say. But I don't know the exact number. I wouldn't be surprised if it was over 100, honestly, especially with the type of protection she has. She's had to have done a lot. White Sean, yeah. In order to be an informant, you have to snitch on someone, right? Yeah, she does a lot of telling. A lot of times too, like I was just talking about, like if you guys pay attention with Krishan snitches on herself a lot in these little recordings and lives and streams that she does. She does a lot of telling. You just have to pick up what she's putting down, basically, and you have to like know that she's a snitch pretty much. I did a video. Let me see if I can. I've done a few videos where I've talked about how she self snitches. Let me see. This video, I did this video 3 days ago, but there's one that says Krishan confirms 150K bag on Blueface's head. That one I kind of talk about her self snitching. And so I just did basically a few clips of shit that she said and broke down what she was saying pretty much, but she does that a lot. That's like when y'all see Krishan outside with like random celebrities and stuff and she's recording the fact that she's there. A lot of times it's not her being super hyped about being around them, but those are her assignments too. And it's not everybody that's her assignments. So sometimes she does just do it because she's clout chasing, but other times it's because she's actually on an assignment and she needs to let people know that she's Like she was around that person pretty much, and she does it through recording it. So you just really got to pay attention to Krishan. Um, I feel awful anytime I see him, and for his sake, I hope that someone does help. But personally, I couldn't. I'm a single mom to my own toddler. Her Spider-Man energy keeps me pretty drained. But see, that's what I'm saying though. Even if you have kids that are high energy, because I had one too, and he wore me out. I'm glad he's calmed down now. But even with kids that are high energy, you just acknowledged it, like how exhausting they can be sometimes. So just imagine a toddler that just they can't do anything by themselves at all. Like with a normal toddler, you can give them a plate of food and they can eat the food by themselves. With Junior, if someone was properly taking care of Junior, right? They would have to deal with the feeding tube. And then there's always a lot of sanitation that's going to have to go on, because even with his hernia and stuff, right? Which that's another point. The hernia alone would be too much. Because I'm pretty sure Junior needs some type of reconstructive surgery or something like that. As of right now, it might be too late for that right now. I don't know. But even just caring for that is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Most people would not be interested in doing that at all. I think a lot of people just say they want to save Junior, or that they would be willing to do it because in their mind, they don't like to see what's going on with Junior, and I don't think anybody does. But I think that in their mind, they think that they can play like like a Superman or Superwoman role to him, basically. And I don't think most people are equipped to handle something like Junior. Yeah, I would, like I said, I wouldn't leave a gerbil with Krishan. I would never have my kids around her. Remember when she went to Florida and she went to that video shoot and no one was messing with her? Yeah. And then remember when she had that y'all remember when she pulled up at NBA Youngboy's concert and he was just stood there like a statue, like he didn't really want to interact with her or nothing like that. Some of these rappers know what's going on. I never wanted to not flying head, but 33K went to jail too. I don't know if 33K was her assignment though. He might have been, but I never heard anything about that. To her, 33K is more so of a an asset. I'll say that. Yes, she shows her cards all the time. Let me show y'all this one last video. And this is just basically an illustration of the circus. Here.
Not bringing me over here. Y'all ain't seen me in months, weeks. I don't pull up on you. I don't like you. That's it. So then why are you? Because Javon and Journey decided to pull up at my house. Why would I ever want to go out with her? Why would I ever want to go out with her? Nigga, no, you're manipulative, bro. You want to hate me?
You gotta go. I'm not comfortable with you right now.
I'm not comfortable with you.
I know. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Let's go.
Get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. Let's go. Huh? Come on, man.
I know you drunk.
I ain't drunk. I'm gonna snap your little ass up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Please don't. So let's go. Ready to go. Because the next time I'm probably gonna swing on you. Swing on who? You. It's over. Swing on me now. You keep wasting my time. I'm done. You done. I'm swinging on you now. If that motherfucker break anything in my house and you don't body slam that bitch, we're done.
So y'all see it. I'm guessing this is, I don't watch Carlissa's show, but I'm guessing this is I don't know if this is like an actual scene from the show or this is like an outtakes type of moment. But it just reminds me of like when all these people's fan bases, like Jaden's fans, Krishan's fans, Blueface's fans, all that, right? When they get in the comments and start talking about you're a hater or you just wish you were them or they have more money than you, all kinds of shit like that, right? I just think about shit like this. Because this family, just like Krishan's family, they don't like each other. I've said before, the only difference between Krishan's family and Blueface's family is that they have a little bit more money on Blueface's side. And they live in California, and Krishan's family lives in the slums of Baltimore. But this right here, misery. Everybody is miserable in the circus. Like, this is Callie talking to Carlissa, and somebody said, I lost the comment, but all her kids do hate her. All Carlissa's kids hate her. That's why I cannot stand when she gets up online and she starts giving people parenting advice and talking about how this person did wrong and what this person should do better and all that shit, because all three of her kids hate her and none of them are doing well in life. Which is another reason why I don't understand why Jaden is so comfortable with her kids being around Carlissa. Because look at what she raised. Like, for none of your kids to like you at all, even if because Carlissa did a live the other day, right? And she was talking about how all her kids talk to her. Okay, cool. But just because your kids talk to you don't mean they like you. Because clearly Carlissa still does something for all of them. Like, Callie takes her kids over there and Carlissa babysits them or whatever, right? Same thing with Blueface. I'm pretty sure Blueface has some kind of business deals going on with Carlissa too, or she's responsible for some of his business. Jaden uses her as a babysitter, and then I don't know if she's still Jaden's manager or not, but at one point she was, right? But that's because Carlissa is doing something for all of them, but none of them like Carlissa. None of them even respect her, because I couldn't imagine calling my mom by her first name. I couldn't imagine saying I would swing on her, anything like that, right? But all of them do this to Carlissa. Just like when Blue let Krishan beat Carlissa's ass and Callie's ass. Dre be talking crazy to Carlissa and about Carlissa. None of them like her. This is the one right here. All money ain't good money. I would never want to be a part of no shit like this. I could be dead broke, living in a cardboard box. And I guarantee you, say Blueface walked up to me and he was like, hey, I need a new circus act. You want to be on? Hell no. I would never want to be around no shit like this, a part of anything like this, anything. This shit is disgusting. It is. I could never imagine being in the house with my mom too and cussing at my mom, or having my mom's husband walk up on me telling me he's about to whoop my ass. My mom would never even allow no shit like that. Not even from my father. If my dad walked up on me and told me he was going to whoop my ass, that would be all my mom needed to hear. And she would get to doing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this would never fly in my family. And I would never want to be a part of no shit like this. And then look, all the kids in the room, Journey in the room, and then once again, we wonder why Journey be cussing the way she does. Where is it at? Here's Carter right here. The kids all in the conversation. Nobody has any type of like boundaries for what they allow these kids to see and hear. And it's crazy to me. And like I said too, I think on Friday, that'll probably be Friday's live, unless something else big happens. We're just going to go through and we're going to watch Carlissa's whole live again. Because in that live, right, Carlissa makes some kind of bullshit point talking about how your kids need to go through bullshit with you, basically, because that teaches them lessons for later in life. And I guess that's what she's been telling herself to cope with the fact that she's a bad mom. I don't know. Because that's bullshit. There's no way that kids should be a part of all this. But she's okay with it. All these kids running around, just all in the business. Look at them. Everybody should be ashamed. But nobody cares. Everything is for the money. Here, Jaden's sloppy ass go. Jaden probably just coming off a hangover. Let me see. Let me do a little investigation real quick. I can't tell, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was hungover. She looked like she had a long night. Huh. Let me read a couple more of y'all comments, and we're gonna get up out of here. She puts her men first before her kids. Absolutely. And that's how every single woman in the circus does. Carlissa puts her man before her kids. Jaden puts a nigga before her kids. Krishan puts a man before her kid. Callie be putting men before her kids. Every woman in the circus puts a man before their kids. And I don't see where any man in the circus has even earned that. I don't agree with any woman putting a man before their kids in the first place, but I don't see where any man in the circus has earned that right to be put before somebody's child. Because Blueface is a piece of shit. Mr. They talking about Mr. Saffold as the janitor. Did we go over? Did that happen in this live? I don't remember. It's been so much going on. I don't remember if it was Instagram or Twitter. I'm pretty sure it happened in this live though. They were talking about Mr. Saffold is a federal janitor. It's madness me because I'd rather be broken independent, honestly. Yeah, I don't see where any part of this is like alluring to somebody. Even if you're dead broke and you have no money whatsoever, and you go into it thinking like, hey, I'm just gonna mess with Blueface for like a month or two, get my exposure up, and then run off. That month or two would still be too much. It would still be too much. Cause even Ashley, his I don't know what she is. I guess I'll just say one of his girls or whatever, but she's supposed to be smart and have college degrees and stuff like that, right? You can tell that she don't really mess with Blueface like that. So I guess she's one of the ones that actually is handling it the best. Like she knows that like she don't want nothing with Blueface for real. She's just kind of with him to build her own momentum up, but she does not mess with him like that for real. You can tell she doesn't. And good for her. Hopefully she leaves him alone completely soon. For the Yeah, that's true too. It is. And there's nothing running through the circus but evil. There's not a single good, non-toxic, pure heart in the circus aside from the kids. Toxic mothers raising toxic kids. Exactly. And like I said before, I hope that Javon and Journey take a different route. And they grow out of this behavior and they choose to be better than their parents, but I don't know. Because the last two generations aren't it's not looking too good for them. I've known some pretty bad moms and none of their kids put their hands on them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something Carlissa must have did something to all her kids and been exceptionally terrible. For all of her kids to hate her and put their hands on her, all that she must have did something. And I know she loves to act like she's mother of the year, but she's not. Sometimes these parents want to be their kids' friends instead of the parent. That's true too. That's absolutely true. Dre been telling people she said he is crazy. That's what they do. Yeah. And that too, I never thought Dre was crazy. I think Dre probably does have some mental health issues because he's, he was institutionalized back when he was a child. So I could see that he probably has some mental health issues, but I don't think he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have mental health issues and not just be a nutcase. I don't think Dre is crazy. I think he tells the truth about Carlissa. And as soon as he starts to seem like he's talking too much, Carlissa runs in with oh, he's crazy. Don't listen to him. I don't think Dre is crazy though. I absolutely don't. And a lot of the shit that Dre says is stuff that you can see Carlissa doing because she does it with Blue. So like one time, probably like a year or so ago, Dre was saying that Carlissa was like, every time Dre meets a new female, right, or a new woman that he wants to date, Carlissa will kind of like bum rush it pretty much. And she'll start telling the girl that Dre is crazy and he's bad and stuff like that, right? But she does the same thing with Blueface, except for she attacks the girls. She doesn't attack Blueface, she attacks the girls. I don't think that that's far-fetched. I think a lot of the stuff that Dre says, is absolutely true. And I think he just gets written off as him being crazy because Carlissa comes online like all these other people do, and she portrays herself to be somebody that she's not. Jaden portrays herself to be somebody she's not. Blue portrays himself to be somebody he's not. Krishan tries, but we see through it. Krishan is too crazy. So Krishan can't get away with the facade because she's way too crazy. So to anybody with common sense and discernment, we can see through the little show she's putting on. The other people, they can just hide it good enough, right? But I've never thought that Dre was crazy. I think that Carlissa just tries to silence him. She chose money and dudes over them. Absolutely. No, she spent them kids' whole childhood trying to get into Hollywood. Oh, I was on Soul Plane. I was on this. I was on that. And all it was her being an extra in the background every single time. And so since she couldn't do it, she tried to get the kids to do it. That's why she likes to brag about them going to auditions and shit like that. And they still never made it. Not even Blueface for real. A one-hit wonder and that's it. And aside from that, all he's done is show his ass on the internet for the past 6 years. That's it. But none of them have done well in life. Isn't Callie living in a RV? And they said the RV is raggedy too. And then she married a man in prison and at one point she was a glorified prostitute. She was one of them that go overseas and sell cooch over there and then make extra money and bring it back home. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, none of Carlos's kids are doing good. I think that's it though, y'all. Let me get off of here before it gets too late. Thank y'all for coming out. I'll most likely do a live on Friday night. If not, we'll do on Saturday. And if we do on Saturday, I'll try to make it a little bit of an earlier live. I know we usually go live late on Saturdays. But thank y'all for pulling up. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all like the video on y'all way out, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.